Hey everyone, and a huge welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the tools that actually make our creative lives easier. Today, I want to show you exactly how I've been handling long-form video editing by balancing the power of Adobe Premiere Pro with the automation of a tool called Vizard. If you are struggling to turn one long video into a consistent stream of short viral clips for social media, this is the exact workflow you need to see. Let's start with a quick refresher on Premiere's text-based editing, because it really is a game changer for organizing raw footage. This feature transcribes your clips automatically and lets you edit the video just by cutting and pasting the actual text in the transcript. It's incredibly powerful for trimming out long silences, organizing interviews, and setting up your initial rough cuts before you get into the fancy stuff. Personally, I usually enable speaker labeling, especially when I'm working on multi-person podcasts, because it helps me find exactly who said what in a fraction of the time. But here's the truth. Even with these cool features, Premiere is still a manual, time-intensive process when you need to turn one master file into 10 different short-form clips. If you have 2 hours of footage and you want to post clips consistently for a whole month, the process of transcribing, cutting, and exporting becomes a full-time job. And that is exactly where Vizard comes in to save you from that repetitive manual labor. Vizard automates the specific parts of the editing process that creators hate doing, like hunting for punchlines and managing social media cues. Let me break down the 3 features I use the most and why they completely change how I think about my editing stack. First, Vizard has an auto-editing feature that scans your long-form video to find those emotional beats, strong hooks, and punchlines. It's not just chopping the video up randomly, because it is specifically looking for the conversational peaks that perform well on platforms like TikTok and Reels. With Premiere, I used to do this by eyeballing the transcript and cutting manually, but Vizard reduces that effort from hours down to just a few minutes. Second, it has an auto-schedule feature, which is perfect for creators who want to maintain consistency without having to babysit their posting times. You just set your preferred posting frequency and Vizard will queue everything up so you don't have to manually upload every single clip. Third, the content calendar gives you a bird's eye view of everything you are publishing, allowing you to tweak captions or swap clips right from your browser. Premiere is a powerhouse for editing, but it is not built as a publishing tool or a content planner, which is where that workflow friction usually happens. Let's walk through a real-world scenario, like processing a 45-minute interview, to see the difference in practice. In Premiere, you are importing, transcribing, fixing errors, and manually deleting gaps, which is great for control but terrible for speed. With Vizard, you upload that same 45-minute file and let the AI find the hooks, generate the captions, and prepare those clips for your calendar automatically. It's massive for engagement, especially when you are trying to drive traffic on multiple platforms without having to hire an editor for every single task. Another thing I love is the search functionality, which lets me search across my entire library to repurpose old quotes I might have forgotten about. Premiere lets you search within a single project, but Vizard lets you search across all your previous campaigns, turning your archive into a content goldmine. Now, I'm not saying you should abandon Premiere Pro, because it is still the gold standard for cinematic timelines and complex color grading. Instead, think of Vizard as another specialized member of your creative team, one who is obsessed with finding the best clips and getting them out on time. Here is my pro tip. Use Premiere when you need full creative control, and then export that master to Vizard to handle the repetitive formatting and scheduling. Also, try to keep a simple note-taking habit during your long-form recordings to mark the best moments, which helps Vizard prioritize the best clips automatically. And one final warning, always give your automated captions a quick proofread, because even the best AI can stumble over weird slang or strong accents. To wrap it all up, Premiere is incredible for precision and polish, but Vizard is the secret weapon for scaling your production and saving hours every week. If you really want to see the difference, try editing one interview manually in Premiere, and then run that same file through Vizard to compare your time. Most of the creators I talk to are cutting their short-form production time by over 60% using this specific hybrid approach. Alright, that is it for today's deep dive, and I hope this helps you streamline your workflow and focus more on creating great content. If you found this useful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below about the type of content you are currently making. I'll make sure to read those comments and reply with a specific Vizard and Premiere workflow recommendation for your niche. I'll see you in the next video, where we will be breaking down another tool that might just save your sanity.